Alright, I believe I had plans. I think those plans involve snow. So, we do need to do the last enduro at some point, but that's at the wetlands, and I don't want to move on to there yet. Seems I have other stuff to do. Supercross stuff, we still have 2 of those to do somehow. Oh boy. Okay. First, we do have a whole bunch of freestyle to do at Glacier Resort, and still Red Sands somehow. I wonder how much money you get for completing all the freestyle stuff. It's a one-time thing, unlike the races where you can go through them as many times as you want. I'm holding in up the front a little bit on that one, but only barely. I was curious if I should restart this tournament just so I can get a better lead in the earlier races as a cushion for the later ones. But anyways, Glacier Resort. How much do we want to save up to buy new stuff? I imagine we're pretty happy with this bike for most things right now. I guess I want better handling at some point for some reason. I could switch back to Anaconda, but I think I'm fine with AC for the moment. What else do you want to buy though? At some point, so... Shut up. At some point it will probably be economic to buy these things. Getting a good buff in the top speed or acceleration would be good. Honestly, it wouldn't even be a bad idea, just some better acceleration even. This thing, it's a decent amount, decent price. It's not a big buff over the first one. It costs 1/5 as much though. Honestly, acceleration might not hurt too much considering I have a hard time taking turns well and so on. I'm not sure whether its top speed or acceleration tends to hurt me more, but it would be a good idea to get one of these at some point. Better exhaust. So I'm pretty sure the stock exhaust I use right now doesn't give you any buff, I don't think. At some point we might want ice tires. Do we have sand tires? I don't know if we do. Apparently not, but we seem to be doing fine as it is. So I'm not sure I'm going to worry about that. Aside from that, there is a, what should I throw there again? There are like 2 things. A new freestyle, which costs a bunch for some reason. Another supercross, weirdly. Why supercross? Why is that good? Why do you have to pay to access a race? I'm not sure how that works, because those seem like single events, which are normally part of a championship. This one is at least just its own event that makes sense to be on its own, but anyways, we'll try to save up for that at some point. But, what do I want to save for next bike-wise? So more racing bikes not be a bad idea. This thing is insanely min-max towards acceleration. I don't know if that's what I want. But all the other bikes I see are basically in the territory of you want roughly 10,000 or so. So we're going to need a lot more money before we start looking at any new bikes, really. Ooh, that's a nice looking set of stats, actually. High cornering and decent speed. Oh geez, and this is where you get the crazy insane stuff. We specialize in brakes. Sure, why not? And then the famous Fury bike. I don't think it's I don't know if it's possible to get all your stats up to absolute max in this game. I don't think it is, but with Fury bike and all the other maxed out parts, you can max out some of your stats at the same time. Anyways, I just spent 4 minutes doing nothing. Alright. Should I freestyle and freeride to find the best routes? Maybe? And the best routes for what? Tricks, I guess, but that seems easy enough to just do in the event proper. Presumably not targets, because, again, you can just do that in the target events proper. Whatever. Speaking of targets, I suspect it's going to be the red targets that shows us the stuff that's really fun. And by stuff, I mean singular thing. It's really fun to do here. The thing that everyone remembers this place for. Hey. don't know how tight this is going to be time-wise, but... Oh, I didn't press that. Controller, chill out. Today's not the day to do that. Come on. That was not me pressing anything. If I was not aware, I'm using a very old controller that tends to do precisely that. It has episodes of doing it a lot and not doing it. In general, it's usually fairly well behaved. I'm surprised it didn't wipe out there. Oh, come on now. Since when do you have green targets in the air? You get some idea, at least, going through these, at least the green targets, I think, just how much different terrain you have in any given freestyle stage. Oh, that's a quick preview of the fun stuff that we'll do, but I'm pretty sure you get to play with that more in with the red targets. So we'll see that in a minute. I don't think I'm making very good time here, but it's a good, okay, I should have followed the road there. It's a good first attempt to get familiar with the terrain. I'll fly over this. Honestly, pretty close, all things considered, to getting all of these. Extremely close. Yeah, I can do that. If I hadn't wiped out a few times from my controller bugging out, actually, I would have been fine. I appreciate having some easy green targets to warm up with where it's just a nice guided trek throughout a stage. Again, I keep expressing my preference of just exploring and spending time in these stages over actually doing things in them. No wonder I loved We Ski and Snowboard the way that I did with that context. I would just love to find other games like that. I remember specifically asking too if anyone knew any other games like those while playing them, and the answer to that was basically no. Is there not a market for those kinds of games? I love having a game where you kind of just explore a space like that. And you get to know it. For some reason, I really like that. I like the aspect of getting to know a particular space or terrain as part of something, as part of a game, over the course of it, learning your way around and so on. Lots of games put a lot of work into some kind of world, but then don't really actually motivate you or provide you the means or opportunity even to really gain familiarity with it. Think of like big open world games like pulling into the station here, hold on. Like, I don't know, like a GTA or something. I don't feel like they really... Come on now. Give you a chance to really learn your way around the place, despite there being a world that has lots of stuff in it. Okay. That was pleasant. Oh, I have a championship bronze trophy for this for some reason. Cool. Total 20 credits for getting all those targets too. Fantastic. I now have access to... Awesome. Pro Freestyle. Awesome. I guess I only had to complete some of each of these? I'm not really sure how they rank you getting whatever cup in the freestyle. I guess it's not where I expected it to be, but I'll take it. I believe... we will get brought to, oh boy. To the ultimate landmark here soon. Yeah, is this it? Well, I'm gonna do it regardless. No, I'm going the wrong one. I don't care. Can't stop me. Amazing. But yes, everyone loves this. It's the ski jump on an ATV. It's fun and also difficult to get back up on. None of my wheels are touching the ground. Hold on, how do you... What's the button to reset? There you go, triggers. Get me up there! Okay, well. But yes. No, I didn't have the best run up on it, but the ski jump on the ATV is just a comical thing to do that a lot of people find fun. Fantastic, thank you. You can hear it too. I've rewatched the footage and you can clearly hear me trying to do preloads. I don't know why I have so much difficulty doing preloads in this game compared to my memories doing it in the past. I don't remember ever having a hard time doing preloads in this game. Yeah, give me a second though. There you go, Tsunami is the one. That's the best trick for reaching up into the air. It's super fast and it also gives you crazy reach. So far, this objective has not seemed bad, though. I probably should have done the Tsunami there. I was a bit too focused on the fact that I was off on the side. Apparently this particular song was commissioned for this game and was never released anywhere. This is the only place you can hear it. Which, I mean, is not too surprising given the context of it being a song about an ATV, or riding an ATV, which is not something that people usually make music about otherwise. Oh boy, this is not really... What? Okay, I didn't really expect to wipe out that way, but sure. I know I came up on that pretty poorly, but... Okay. Where to now? Oh boy. Interesting. It's a little different. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not fond of this section here. Okay. You have a lot of hill to work with here to try to jump up to this. Well, that's not the trick I was trying to do, thank you. I think I would have gotten that if I did a Tsunami. No, you have to hit it from the other side, I think. Because otherwise, from this side it's just one steep hill, but from the other side, good preload. From the other side, it flattens out for the peak. That's not a Tsunami. Yeah, so I was doing fine, and now we run into this thing. Why don't I preload at all? Like, don't even leave the ground because of it. Well, also just going too slow. Jeez. I really dislike the more free-form jumping off of things sorts of targets. This one where you're just following a path, even though you still have to... Oh, come on. Even though you still have to hit some small targets in the air, it's not too bad. Except for this first jump where I just can't preload for some darn reason. As long as I preload, I'm pretty fine too. But the rest here are pretty okay. What? Something's wrong where I can just pull back the stick for a while. You can very clearly see that that the preload gauge is blue, which means you can do a preload. And then I flick the stick up and nothing happens. I don't remember it ever being unreliable like that. But yeah, I do just like kind of just get air off of lots of little bumps like this. Oh, that part I did not do. I did not press anything to do a cat neck. I don't mean to do the trick I don't want to do. I mean, I wasn't trying to do a trick in any capacity just then. Okay. Come on. There are some cases where falling off your bike is very illogical in this game. That is one of them. The other is just if you happen to leave the ground for a moment and then touch the ground again while at an approximately 90-degree angle. It's a really rough landing, geez. Okay, so from here... It's hard to get enough air from either side here, really. Okay. That was not a stunt, but okay, cool. Only did Tsunami the second try I tried. No! Still not a Tsunami the second time either. I'd like to move on beyond this part to at least see what else is here. At least these tricks actually do extend your hitbox. Because if it didn't, I'd be very disappointed. Alright, whatever. Let's just imagine we actually hit that one. And then... after that, you just run through this part, it looks like. Yeah, it doesn't seem rough. Why? I'm not sure what the issue is. This controller is not giving me problems with the sticks. I don't think it's the controller giving me problems with being able to do preloads. But that's probably a part of why I wipe out that time. I admit I looked away for a second, but I didn't think I held the Tsunami unusually long or anything. But, it's probably one reason I have so much difficulty getting air in this game like I want to a lot of the time, because I just can't preload often. Okay. That preload does I don't underestimate how much extra air that, well, that preload gives you too. That's why I keep making such a big deal of it. Like it really is a... You can in some cases do a preload on what's basically flat ground, and in those cases you can see that it actually gives you a pretty appreciable hop even if you're just on flat ground doing it. Preload. The Tsunami is largely just a way of coping with not managing to preload half the time. Or more than half, it feels like, but... Well, sometimes I don't even leave the ground at all, which is another issue. Although, if I did manage to preload when I was trying to, and you can hear me trying, then, that would get me to leave the ground when I need to. Because like I was saying, you do an appreciable hop if you do a preload. It actually makes you leave the ground. Okay. Essentially these last three should be okay, at least given how easy the first two looked. Okay, well, where's the third? Off in the distance. Yeah, that's a problem, actually. Actually, a decent amount of height off of this one jump here. Again, if you can preload, it's not too bad. Wasn't sure whether I should try to preload at the end there or not, but not that it probably would have worked if I tried anyways, but I didn't try. And that's exactly what I need to do. It felt like it was... I wasn't sure if there's going to be another better bump to try to use. But okay, we know it's over there now. Bye. I prefer not to wipe it like that at the beginning here. That sent me back further than I expected. Okay, at this point I'm wasting too much time. I can wipe out once there, it's fine. These aren't even bad targets, it's just... there's one set of them. Well, between the frequent difficulties with preloading and so on, and then the one set of jumps towards the end, it gives me trouble. It does end up being kind of challenging, dude. Okay, I'll take that. There we go. And don't land sideways. There we go. There you go. Getting 2 of those there is really good. I'm glad I can do that song consistently. At least I managed to wipe myself out, I guess. No! I don't see where you get air here. I don't get enough air if I try from the other side either, because the other side is flat towards the top. And not being able to do a tsunami doesn't help either. Most of the time I only get these because I am doing a tsunami. Like, I don't think I can get this one from this side reliably. Yeah, because it's just too flat leading up to the target. Unless I manage to do Tsunami consistently, which is also really difficult. Basically, I have a hard time with the controls in this game, which I don't feel like I should. The thing of the tricks is you really have to press the buttons first and then press the direction afterwards. Very deliberately. And I have no answer for the preload. But if you're trying to be in any kind of hurry to do a trick, it's actually very difficult to reliably do any tricks that require multiple button input. I find it much harder than in, say, any Tony Hawk games, where I think they just buffer the inputs a little bit better than this one does. Did you at least acknowledge me being on the ground? No. Whatever. That was very much not braking, although I think this particular bike has absolutely awful brakes, now I think about it, that's probably part of why. I think this one has bad handling and braking, both. Okay. And managing to skip half of these does me a whole lot of good. Not managing to skip half of them does me substantially less good. Didn't press that, thank you. I didn't press any stunt buttons. Yeah, I hate this part. I feel like I'm also just doing, when I do manage to pull off the preload, I do it with really bad timing. That's because I do it with awkward timing, kind of anticipation of not actually doing it. Alright, well, that time if I actually did a stunt for it, I would have gotten it too. Really annoyed that I didn't get that one time that I was really close to finishing it actually now. I guess I don't have time for it. No! If I can consistently preload, if I can consistently do the trick I need to do, those would both be 2 factors that would make this substantially less difficult. But with both those together, and me not being able to make my hitbox bigger in the direction I need, me not be able to get the air that I need consistently. This is a lot harder than it would otherwise be. And I don't feel like they really intend for you to use the stunts to extend your hitbox, but I find myself very frequently needing it. Alright. So we can actually pull off the jump here this time. There we go. I have a lot of time right here, right now. It is really, really hard. I feel like that time I just went through it, practically. Taking this up is just really darn hard. No. Okay. I grabbed this one on the first try. Basically, at this point, if I do everything else in the first try, I'll be good. That's a very big F. No. That one, I can't come up on it blind. It's a very awkward corner sort of jump here. There. Maybe if I could do this perfectly at this point, I could pick these up. I'm doubtful even that, if I was even in the right spot at all. Whoops. There's no way you can get those two on the street there, one after the other either, because you have to go way faster. You have to go fast enough to jump the second one from the first one to grab the first one. It still feels a lot more doable than the targets in the trailer park. And largely it's just the couple of targets all in a line that are giving me trouble here. The rest aren't doing me much of a disservice. Fun fact, I only recently discovered that this song is censored in this game. I actually didn't realize where it was censored. Damn man, just preload, which means I just didn't get to grab it. Nope, I don't have enough speed to pick it up now. At this point, I'm wondering why I'm even trying anymore, but... Well, because I feel like I can do this, but then I waste a half hour trying to do so. I do love it when these starts are up in the air right between a jump and a wall. And it is possible to pick that without running straight into a tree, but it is difficult. Dude, come on. Yep, see that? Just there it was when it was censored. It goes, I shoot you run, apparently. No! For the love of God! I am pressing multiple buttons. Acknowledge all of them, please. Like that. I have so little run-up to work with too, so it's not even easy to align myself with these things. Okay. God, I was aiming for both of those that time. You could actually get both of them, I think, if you went fast enough and managed to preload and do the trick all together. No! Never mind. Trying to get air off this tiny bump. If I manage to preload there, we'll be on it. If I had more time. If I managed to get the air that I needed on that first time I hit that bump, I would have had it too. It's one thing that feels like I'm not doing well enough, which is frequently the case in this game, but this is a case where it just feels like the controls are failing me. Like, why can't I consistently do preloads? Why can't I consistently do a particular trick? God. That was both things failing in a row again. And I swear I am very deliberately pressing two buttons simultaneously and then pressing a direction after that. And you can hear me trying to do the preload, and you pull back and then push up while the gate is blue. I used to be able to do this super consistently. Anytime there was the briefest flash of blue, I could make it do a preload. I don't know why this isn't the case anymore. I actually get the air that I need now. Now I don't have to running start. Not if I don't try to do the stunt. I do hate that you largely get only one shot at lots of these because you need such a running start to get the air that you need off the jumps. God. What is wrong with these preloads? No, not even close. That'll just be steering terribly that time at least. But I do dislike the general premise of, here's some terrain with some very abstractly placed bumps. Try to get very precise. Pop-ups into the air from these. These days I don't usually edit footage after recording it, but at this point I feel like I probably have to. Just putting up an hour-long episode of me just doing this is gonna be stupid. There we are. See if we can get two of these at once. If not, we're basically ruined anyways, but just as a formality. Prefer not to wipe out there, but it's not that big of a deal if I do. Yeah, I'll try from this side. Because it kind of feels like that's what the game wants. It doesn't feel like that's what the game wants me to do. It really doesn't look that way from here. No, I may have gotten that if I was able to do a stunt on command. hesitating about trying to line this up. Just gonna run right at this. There we go. Oh my god. Okay, I'll leave that as one episode. Oh, 40 credits for that. Absolutely worthwhile. Okay, next time we'll hate life less, because all these other things left to do are not a pain. So, see you then, where life is happier.